Hello there, Leo. It's time for a weekly reading for February 22nd through the 28th of 2021. Let's find out what messages you need to hear, just what to keep in mind, any kind of predictions. There's all kinds of stuff that comes out here. What are the messages that the majority of you who are watching need to hear? Hello, kitty kitty. He's looking up at me. If you saw the romance reading from last week, if you're subscribed and you saw the romance reading from last week, Kitty was showcased there. He's a black and white tabby from the Humane Society here. Anyway, make sure you're subscribed because this week I have readings coming up for the full moon in Libra and also the monthly March 2021 reading. Okay, so watch out for those if you're subscribed, and subscribe please if you want to know about them. Okay, any volunteers for this week, please? Leo. Boom. 10 of Pentacles. I see a strong energy this week, and I think it has to do with that full moon in Virgo coming up. The strong energy of wanting to get into the details of the way that your home is running, the way that you handle your money, your resources, your like physical, material resources. Quite a few signs. I see these themes coming up, and the downloads come in. They want to like get into the details and organize stuff. That's the Virgo. That's that Virgo coming through, wanting to get everything tidy and put it all in its place exactly where it goes, and get rid of anything that's superfluous, get rid of anything that's not serving you anymore. And this for you, Leo, has to do with your long-term legacy. It's not just about clearing your head. It's also about, see this guy? This is you. This is how you imagine yourself, even if you identify as female. This is you looking out over everything that you've created through your whole life. And so you're fantasizing here in Pisces season about what your big picture legacy is for your whole life. You're looking this week at what you're going to be leaving behind when you're not around anymore. I'm hearing your voice saying, how can I make this, how can I turn this thing into something that I don't have to constantly monitor? If you're working on some kind of self-made project or collaborating with other people, you're looking at that and saying, how can I make it so that it can perpetuate itself even when I'm not involved in it anymore? So that it's something that can last longer than just me being like the one person who's feeding it constantly. That's a super important question to ask, especially if what you're doing is benefiting more than just you. Let's get some more advice. Let's get some more suggestions. Let's get some more clarification. The Queen of Cups and the High Priestess are both here. It's saying tune into your intuition. These are very intuitive ladies, very feminine, intuitive ladies. I feel like the smart thing about the guy in the Ten of Pentacles here, he's a masculine energy, but he's a wise masculine energy because he's seen a lot of stuff. He's been on the planet for a long time, and he's seen a lot of stuff, and he realizes that slamming into things like a young masculine would do, working really hard, being competitive, like he realizes, because he's been around for a long time, he realizes that that's not really the way to go for long-term longevity. So it's saying at this time, tune into your intuition for your long-term goals, and say, okay, what is the wisest way for me to go about doing things so that I have, remember, we're looking at longevity, like long-term, big picture stuff that you don't have to work hard on all the time. So work that is more passive, so that it works on itself, so that you can just sit there. I really love this guy so much. He's just sitting there looking at everything he's acquired. You want to just like kind of direct it from the sidelines. That's the ideal, is when you're able to just like sit back and be like, okay, I direct you to go here. I direct you to go there. You're like watching the flow. The Queen of Cups is all about the flow, like water, the Wu Wei in Taoism, the way that the water goes. So she's watching the flow of the way that, I hope I'm making sense, the flow of the way that everything just works, right? And she's like, how can I use the way that everything else is already going to its greatest potential to help me in my long term? How can I tap into that, into the gravity of the direction that the water is moving? And so, and then that high priestess is like, okay, so using my intuition, my direct connection with the universe, with spirit, with God, I'm going to use my intuitive knowledge to patiently watch everything that's happening and figure out how to use it to its greatest advantage for the long-term goals. Leo, that's where I have to leave off. So that's some very specific advice, but it could be useful to anybody in any situation. And Virgo, with that Virgo full moon coming up this week, my sun is in Virgo. Virgo's like super logical. Mercury's going direct too, so it's like the brain space is really clear, and it's very clear, methodical, logical, detail oriented, and it's like, okay, this is what I need to do. I'm watching all this. I'm making a game plan. This is how to do it, and then like go. I'll see you later, Leo. Thanks for being here with me this week. You can have a good one. All right. Bye.